I am Sean Baltazar, VP of Sales for our finished vehicle logistics group here at RPM. When inventory levels were at, I would say 90 days was the rolling average, transporters had a lot more lead time in order to get things to dealers. Dealers had a lot more inventory to sell to consumers, and the transportation of vehicles moved in a much more steady, planned, deliberate path, where today inventory levels sit, I think the latest industry average is somewhere between 25 and 30 days. And as a result, consumers are now much closer to our OEMs than ever before, where they are ordering either a car that has not been built yet or inventory that's just gotten on the ground and now needs to get transported with speed to the dealer for the consumer to take delivery of. Therefore, the OEMs are going to a carrier community and saying, I need you to pick up speed, and the entirety of the industry is now oriented around delivering with such speed and velocity. As OEMs have started to think about different distribution models and the transition from ICE vehicles to EVs, they're also thinking about how do they distribute vehicles to the end consumer in a different way. There are some that have already broken this norm from their inception as an auto manufacturer, but a lot of the traditional OEMs are now thinking about how do I go directly to a consumer, especially when those consumers are ordering directly from them via website today, only to increase how quickly a consumer can take delivery. Also, in the age of COVID, serving your customers where they're at versus making you come to them is certainly something that every OEM is now thinking about, and a number of them have rolled out programs that support this initiative. We know EVs present different challenges as it regards to weight and infrastructure needed to keep them charged and be ready to be distributed to dealers and ultimately customers. And today, OEMs are starting to think about segmenting these product lines, so meaning they're going to leverage a different distribution model altogether, which is creating fragmentation within their distribution network and reducing volumes in certain lanes or increasing volumes where they might be distributing these vehicles in sort of specific markets, which is leading to more volatility, but also more fragmentation in terms of the volume. As OEMs balance the equation between having to go faster, what that will ultimately cost, and will that lead to a degradation of quality, I think it's important to, again, get prescriptive about who you're bringing into your network and what sorts of work you allow them to do in a lot of cases. If you start to really look at the network and how you can leverage different equipment types and also different providers that can bring the quality needed so that the cars arrive in the condition you want them in, but also you can use a wide array of providers, i.e. wedge equipment, in especially tighter geographic regions, places where the roads are a little bit more narrow or whatever the case might be, that ultimately you can maintain your level of quality, increase speed, and more than likely save money in parts of the network or not feel a material increase in terms of costs of transport. This disruption in the distribution chain is really leading to needing to engage partners that can provide a bit more flexibility around these products. Engaging providers that can support parts of how these products will be distributed and not needing to maybe own the totality of the distribution of these products.